Warm up on the way?
Yeah, we're going to have some warmer temperatures next week, but in the meantime, we're still going to deal with that chance for some heavy rain showers moving through the metro, kind of like what we saw on your Friday night there. Roros just really filled up with water and gushing at times with the strong, heavy rain that fell across the metro. And we could see similar sights like that later on today. So the flash flooding concerns continue with that flash flood watch for all the areas shaded in green, including the Albuquerque metro area. Now, these watches are not only for today, but also for tomorrow, so you want to watch out in case you do get under a thunderstorm later on this afternoon and on your Sunday. Satellite and radar showing that the clouds that we had earlier this morning are beginning to break up. We're not seeing any rain being picked up on the radar, so it's a quiet start to your Saturday morning, a nice one to head out and enjoy. Temperatures sitting in the upper 60s at 68 degrees here, 59 degrees in Santa Fe, 67 in Roswell, and it's 68 degrees right now in TRC. Winds were breezy at times during the overnight hours, and they were sustained around 13 miles per hour here in the metro, but they have come down. They're sitting at 6 miles per hour, 9 mile per hour wind in Socorro, and 3 mile per hour wind in Clovis. So the low pressure system that provided at least southern New Mexico with a lot of rain is now sitting off to our southwest near Arizona, but we're still getting a lot of moisture flow into western and central New Mexico. So with the heating of the day, once we get temperatures climbing into the upper 80s, lower 90s, that's when we'll see another round of thunderstorms develop. Now, the favored areas for development later on this afternoon will be around the northern mountains, which is where they formed yesterday afternoon, and then they drifted into Santa Fe. So we're going to see a similar pattern today develop later on this afternoon into the evening hours as our winds will push these storms slowly over the northern mountains and then eventually into the valley areas and possibly here in Albuquerque once again for today and also for tomorrow. So that's why the flooding concerns will remain very high over the weekend. So taking a look at the forecast for Pagosa Springs, Alamosa, and Durango, you'll climb into the 80s today, 83 degrees in Durango, 86 in Cortez, Farmington, and Grants. You'll be in the 90s and the 80s, 82 degrees in Grants, 85 in Gallup, 84 degrees in Cuba with some afternoon and evening storms, and those chances will continue for your Sunday. And the southwest will be in the lower 80s in Glenwood, 80 degrees in Silver City, lower 90s in TRC. You'll make it to 92 degrees, 87 degrees in Deming, and 89 degrees in Alamogordo. In the southeast, we won't see as much activity today and tomorrow, only a slight chance for a pop-up storm. Lovington, you'll be in the upper 80s, also 88 degrees in Hobbs, 90 degrees in Roswell and Carlsbad, lower 70s around the Sacramento Mountains and Ruidoso this afternoon. In the northeast, we'll climb into the 70s and the 80s for many locations, the one exception being Tucumcari. It'll make it to 91 degrees with afternoon and evening storms. Some of the rain could be heavy once again. Over the northern mountains, we'll see those storms develop as we mentioned earlier and then eventually drift over Santa Fe. You'll climb into lower 80s. Temperatures staying in the 80s for much of the week ahead, upper 80s on your Tuesday with a slight chance for a pop-up storm. The chances really go down by Monday and Tuesday. And the East Mountains, temperatures in the 80s today, 85 degrees, and Edgewood with some afternoon storms. And then over the metro, we'll be in the upper 80s today to near 90 degrees. And then eventually we're going to climb back into the lower 90s as our thunderstorm chances really go down on Monday and Tuesday. We're not eliminating them yet from the forecast, but they won't be as good of a chance on Monday. So hopefully we pick up some more rain today and tomorrow.
I see some